Electric bills are the new horror story of America. Seriously, some of these electric bill payments are more than rent. Welcome back to the channel where we talk all things money, the good and the bad. I would love to have you. Let's get into it.
We got our electric bill for the month of July, $650. For the month of June, it was $560. For the month of August, if it keeps raising, our electric company, Centerpoint fucking Energy, they're pieces of fucking shit. We will have given them $2,000 in 3 months just for our fucking electric bill. I can't afford that. And if I can't afford that, I can't imagine other fucking people and what the fuck they're paying. This is bullshit. We are literally getting raped. You think this is what she meant? Like they are forcing us to not pay our bills so that they can force us out of our fucking houses or something. This is absolutely bullshit.
$830.27. Anybody want to guess what that is? You won't guess. So I'm just going to share it with you. That is my electric bill this month. Okay, full disclosure, that is less than last month. Our bill last month was $1,130.98. I'm sorry, it's insane. That is my mortgage payment plus more. Okay, I don't know how anybody is expected to pay that. So, I mean, our house is big. It's not huge. It's not a mansion. It's about 2,500 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 3 baths. We had 5 children. Our bills with our children, all 5 living at home, were between $400 and $700 a month. So we have called the electric company. They've come out. We live beside a restaurant. We were adamant that we were paying the electric company's bill also. I mean, it's ridiculous. Who can afford even $400 a month for electricity, but they expect us to pay $830 or $1,130. So yeah, I logged in this morning to see what our bill was when it was due, $830.27.
Live in Louisiana. We live in a 4,700 square foot Victorian home built in 1883. But with that comes extremely high utility bills. It's got original windows, original cypress floors, tongue and groove. It leaks air like a sieve. No stranger to ridiculously high utility bills. I got an electric bill today. $1,792. I threw up at my desk.
Our electric rates just went up 50%. My nephew has a ranch home that's probably 1,200 square feet, and his bill went from $260 to $560 in the last month. No difference in usage. The company just increased their rates 50%. So I'm curious if you have a similar home in a surrounding state, what you pay.
I have no idea what to do about this fucking electric bill. I'm so tired of Appalachian Electric. I owe $900, and if I don't pay it by September 8th, they're going to cut my power off. I don't have $900 to give them, so guess I'm going back to the motherfucking old times.
My electric bill is $314.89. See, if you don't believe me, $314.89. That's crazy. Is anybody else's electric bill that high? This is the highest one we've had this year. And I remember in the summers when it used to be $150, and I thought that was crazy high. Now it's $314. Why? Why is it so expensive? We do live in Kentucky, so it does get really, really hot here. But like I said, our bills have never been over $300 like they are now. We leave our air conditioning on 73 pretty much 24/7. So I don't think that's super low or anything. We don't have like a pool or a hot tub, although I would love a hot tub. We don't have anything like that we run. We just have a regular house. It is 2 stories, so we do have 2 units, air conditioning units. But you know, our house is only 2,400 square feet about. $314.89. To me, that is way too expensive. How much was your electric bill this month, if you don't mind sharing?
Has anybody else's electric Ameren bills like doubled or tripled this month? Because ours went from like $200 to almost $500. We literally live in the tiniest house ever. We run bare minimum electricity. Like, what is going on? Please let me know down in the comments if your electric bill has skyrocketed this month, and please let me know why, because I have no idea why.
Over the past decade, electric prices has jumped 20 to 30% across the US. And in some states even worse, like Florida, California. Texas, they're seeing major spikes. And here's the thing that no one's talking about. Your electric bill isn't high because you cranked up the AC this summer. These giant computer warehouses that's running the AI is basically sucking up the electricity like crazy. And guess who the cost gets pushed onto? Us.
Now that every tech company is shoving AI into its products against our will, AI's electricity demand is wreaking havoc on our power grids. But what not enough people are talking about is that it's causing everyone's electricity bill to go up. You see, AI requires huge amounts of energy, which is why big tech has become a major consumer of electricity. And now that they have such a big share of the market, energy utility companies are cutting special deals with them and passing the costs on to the rest of us. Like in Chicago, where ComEd recently emailed customers saying their bills would be going up thanks to rising electricity demand from data centers. According to a recent Harvard study, more and more utilities are signing secret contracts with big tech companies that are forcing ratepayers like you and me to pay for the new energy infrastructure that's powering the rise of AI. Utilities profit by building infrastructure, so this is great for them, and big tech will profit immensely from AI, so it's really great for them. But as for the rest of us, we just get to watch as another thing gets way more expensive than it used to be. This is a classic example of corporations socializing their costs and then privatizing their profits. They get to build the highly profitable business that their shareholders want, and we get to pay for it.
Okay, this is wild, I have to share it. AI is making your monthly power bill go up even if you don't use it. This is one of those things I'm actually really surprised is true, but it is. The typical power bill this summer has gone up $26 in New Jersey, $17 in Philly, $10 a month in Pittsburgh, and $27 in Ohio. And here's why. AI takes a ton of power to use. Making 2 images burns as much energy as charging a phone from 0 to full. And there's been a big boom in giant data centers to handle all that processing, which leads to more energy demand, which leads to higher prices. Look at this map. Since just last year, energy prices are up 11% in New York, 13% in Utah, 37% in Maine, and there is no end in sight.
The AI boom is about to cause everyone's electrical bill to go up. So right now, everyone knows that AI, is creating a massive power draw on data centers, and those data centers need more power, more electricity. And because of that, the utility grid, the power grid, they need to build more facilities. Well, that cost is going to get spread out amongst all of the users, mainly homeowners. So a lot of homeowners are about to see their utility costs go up so that these companies can build new facilities to accommodate for new AI and new data centers. So you're going to see a lot of this happening where a lot of state regulators are trying to put a damper on that and try to pass those costs back over to the AI users, but it'll probably end up coming back to the homeowner. So expect your utility bills to go up.
Think that your electric bill has gone up due to this extreme heat and your utilities, such as your fridge and your AC, being in full steam ahead and running up those bills. I got a surprise for you. It's not because of that. Turns out we have developed 188 new data centers. And if you know anything about these data centers, they're massive and they require tons of power, and not just to operate, but to cool. And it turns out they're the biggest culprit for why our energy costs have gone up, because they require so much power that the companies need to build up the infrastructure to be able to supply for them. And due to the fact that they have a lot of power demands, that increases the cost for us all. So not only are we paying for a higher level or a higher amount of power that we as residents don't really use, it really goes to them. We also have to then pay for the infrastructure in order to be able to distribute that power to these data centers. And I think that's wrong. I think if a data center is the one that's causing all these increases, the data center should be the one to pay for it.
Americans are paying an extra $9.3 billion in electricity costs to cover increased demand from artificial intelligence companies and data centers. Data centers were responsible for the 174% increase in power costs, which totaled over $9 billion in extra electrical bills paid by individual Americans, not the data centers or AI companies. Most data centers are being added to the same grids as residents, which experience the increased costs thanks to organizations like PJM Interconnection. The data centers are quickly popping up because of the rise in generative artificial intelligence and tax incentives being offered by 36 states. Data centers are also relying on dirty diesel generators to create more energy and are pumping millions of gallons of groundwater a day. People need to understand that there are real costs for all of your ChatGPT searches, Grok questions, AI images, and AI videos. Our electric grids and water supply are being hijacked by tech companies and data centers without our consent. If you're fed up with higher electricity and utility costs, you need to reject artificial intelligence and civically engage in your local communities. Just this week, The Tucson City Council voted against a new Project Blue data center tied to Amazon. The City Council voted against this because of unified opposition from local residents, which highlights the impact we can make in our communities.
Did I hear you correctly? That one day electricity will be more than rent. Yes, electricity will be more than rent. 10,000% it's going to happen. What a lot of people don't realize about electricity is that it's a commodity, just like oil, just like natural gas, just like wheat. It is a commodity. And the price of that commodity is based on supply and demand, contracts, and contract futures. And what do we need to generate the electricity we need? Natural gas generates a ton of our electricity, and the companies that produce natural gas would rather sell it overseas for a better price than sell it here in the United States. Demand for electricity is growing significantly faster than our ability to meet that demand. So just like oil or just like gas prices, if the demand for those things was increasing faster than our ability to increase the supply, the prices skyrocket. Except electricity is just right here in the United States. We can't depend on other nations to deliver us more electricity to offset our failures. We're on our own on this deal. And with our government and the policies of our government putting corporations first and people last, that is exactly what's going to happen. We're going to be exporting an enormous amount of our natural resources to other countries for profit. And we are going to be paying for that through our utility bills. And this is currently a problem that is worse in certain parts of the country, specifically the Northeast corridor, California, places out on the West Coast. But this problem is eventually going to spread to everybody. To everybody. And it's a simple fix that won't get fixed. And the simple fix is you put a cap on exports, that exports can only be a percentage of the total natural gas production in the United States, and you cannot go over that percentage. That is the only way to ensure that we have the resources we need here. Because I can promise you, corporations don't care. And I can tell you another thing, the utility companies don't care either. They would love to stick you for another $500 or $1,000 a month on your electric bill. They would love that. And this is what a nation looks like that puts the interest of corporations over the interest of the people. All day, every time. This is who we have become as a country. People say, oh, we'll fix it with nuclear. No, we won't. We won't. By the time that nuclear gets started, the damage will be done. This will be over.
As of right now, they're only using about 4% of the power in the US, but it's supposed to triple in the next few years. But let me know in the comments, how much is your electric bill right now?